Hello friends! I really hope you're excited for today's video because today we'll finally be talking about yoga. Yes, and if you're interested and you really want to know more about this subject, all you need to do is stick around and continue watching the video. Let's go! Just a really quick disclaimer, I'm not a yoga instructor, I'm not a professional, so all the information that I'm going to be giving to you are all based on personal experience. And aside from that, I really wanted to make a video to be adding value to you so that after you finish this video, you know exactly what's the next step. You're motivated as much as I am to start doing yoga and practicing it, and also you know exactly what to do, you know exactly what websites to visit, you know exactly what videos to play, and so on. So I really want to make sure that this video is not just me speaking, it is a practical video for you.
How I started yoga.
My love and passion to yoga goes back to 2016 when I first traveled to India for the first time. I worked as an English teacher at a public school there, and it was an overall amazing experience. But the best part is that I got to stay at an intern house where I made friends from all over the world. I specifically got close to a group who were interested in yoga, and they were the people who suggested that I should sign up for a yoga class and join them. But first, I kind of dreaded the idea, and that was because my shift was really long and I wanted to rest, and I didn't know anything about yoga. I didn't even know what yoga meant. I didn't even know that it involved postures. But I honestly ended up signing up with my friends anyway, and from lesson 1, I was totally in love with yoga and I was hooked. And the reason for that is because I experienced things physically and mentally that I have never experienced before. Things that made me decide that I really want to continue practicing yoga throughout the rest of my life. And I'll be telling you these things actually in the video, later in the video. But for now, just let me tell you that the most important thing, the other yogis, I was so afraid that they would be looking at me and judging how much of a beginner I am. We're not even looking at me as if I wasn't there. And it's not because I'm not important. It's simply because I figured out that every single person was on their own mat, inside their own head, in their own journey. So from day one, I figured out that yoga isn't physical. It's not about physical postures. It's not about how athletic you are, how flexible you are. It's more about the process, and it's more about acceptance, and it's more about the journey. So from day one, I was so blessed, and I felt so grateful that I started yoga in India. I started yoga where yoga literally started.
But what is yoga?
Let's stop here for a moment and let me tell you what yoga is. Yoga is a very broad activity, so we can say that it is a mental, physical, and spiritual activity. Yoga, without any argument, is 100% Indian. It was rooted and originated from India. But whether it belonged to Hinduism, Buddhism, or any other religion has been always debatable. I will not be talking about the historical debates when it comes to yoga. That's going to take a long time to talk about. But let's just focus on Hinduism for a moment here, because in Hinduism, yoga means unity. It means merging your own body, soul, and mind to reach the divine, to reach God, no matter what or no matter how the divine is for you. And to reach God for them, there were 4 paths, and they were all considered yoga. Number 1, Bhakti Yoga. That was the yoga of devotion. I'm not going to get into details, but it depends on music, chanting, and singing. So you can reach God through this way. Number 2, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is yoga of service. Whether this service is your job, whether the service is your home chores and taking care of your daughters, your son, and your husband, or the opposite, it was all types of service you could reach God through and are considered some type of worship. Number 3 was Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is yoga of knowledge. It depends on studying and reading scriptures. So you could reach God through your education and through your knowledge. And the final one is the fourth one and the most popular one in our modern world that doesn't know much about yoga is Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is the yoga about meditation and Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga, if you know anything about yoga, you must have heard the word Hatha at least once, because this is the yoga that we're talking about today. This is the yoga about the postures and meditation and so on. So that is what yoga really means. For Hindu people, they can consider all their actions as worship to reach God, because you're reaching God through music, you're reaching God through studying, you're reaching God through servicing others, and you're finally reaching God by preparing your body and soul for meditation and trying to actually reach Him. So that was a very good concept for me. It was a really nice concept for me. But people who do not follow Hinduism, like myself and like a lot of people, would not consider yoga the same way. We're not trying to reach God. We're trying to reach our innermost self as per the readings and as per the research. We're trying to reach our own being. We're trying to reach our own peace of mind. We're trying to reach inside of our own self. Let's put it in a way, the divinity inside ourselves. Enough with the crash course, and let me tell you why I love yoga.
Why do I love yoga?
It's a very beautiful question, but I sometimes fail to answer it, and this is because I love yoga for a lot of reasons, and it overwhelms me when I think about it. But I needed to list them for you guys to be able to present them to you in this video, which I did actually. I put them in this notebook and I listed them for you so that I would not be leaving anything out. And I love yoga because of its benefits, so this will be more about the benefits of yoga and making you as excited to start yoga as I am.
1. Yoga helps you breathe.
When you start practicing yoga, you will automatically start paying more attention to your breath. You will notice 3 major things that will change. The first thing is that the quality of your breath itself will definitely improve, and this is because yoga promotes breathing in from your nose and breathing out from your mouth. You will always be reminded by yoga instructors, whether they are on your laptop or simply at a yoga class, that you need to breathe in all the positive energy from your nose, take a deep breath, and let it go and let it out from your mouth, kicking out and letting go of all the negative energy and the concerns. Number 2, or the second thing that you will notice, is that you will be able to breathe in or breathe into the tension. And yoga will help you clear more space in your body. This might not be very evident and very obvious in your normal life, but for instance, when you're practicing a very challenging posture for you, let's say for example, you can't even reach your fingertips to your toes, but when you start breathing in and out of the tension in your hamstrings, you will be able to lengthen more and find it in your body to bend even more, so that you will eventually reach your fingertips to your toes. So it will help you clear more space in your body. Oh, it's raining. The third thing is the most important thing for me, because yoga in the first place reminds you how important breathing is. Breathing is one of the most important things in yoga, and in our normal life, when we face challenging situations, or even when we're facing challenging postures, we sometimes hold our breath or face breathing issues. But yoga and yoga instructors always remind you that breathing is number 1. You need to keep inhaling and exhaling.
2. There are many types of yoga.
Some people may think that there is only one type of yoga and it's a little bit challenging to them, so they don't like yoga, but believe me, you might have tried one of the more advanced or intermediate types of yoga. For instance, there is Ashtanga Yoga, Yin Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, Hatha Yoga. There are, I believe, 11 major types of yoga. I personally love Ashtanga Yoga and Vinyasa Yoga, and these types of yoga are a little bit physically demanding, so they're not suitable for beginners whatsoever. So if you're a beginner and you suddenly jump to Ashtanga Yoga, I think you don't like yoga right now, because you think this is not for you and this is incredibly intense. But if you, for example, started with Yin Yoga or Hatha Yoga, you will probably find yourself in yoga more. I personally started with Hatha Yoga, and it was an amazing experience, and it actually made me love yoga and get into it to the extent that now my favorite yoga is Vinyasa and Ashtanga Yoga.
3. Yoga is suitable for any time of the day.
Whether you're doing yoga right when you get up or right before you go to sleep, early in the morning, late at night, midday, in your lunch break, it's all okay. There's no right or wrong when it comes to the time that you need to do yoga. It all depends on your mental state of mind and how you really feel. If you want to do yoga right now, then the right time to do it is right now.
4. Yoga is suitable for any duration of time.
Some people just say that to be more effective, you need to do yoga for a longer time. You need to do yoga for at least 30 minutes a day, which is incorrect. Yoga is good for any duration of time. If your body is telling you that you can only do yoga for 5 minutes today, then that's okay. If your body is telling you that 10 minutes is okay, that's good. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, that's still okay. It's good.
5. You can practice yoga literally anywhere.
You can practice yoga at home, or you can practice yoga at the park. You can practice yoga on a mountaintop. You can practice yoga by the beach. Anywhere is suitable for you to practice yoga as long as it makes you feel present in the moment and as long as it makes you reach your innermost self.
6. Yoga makes you flexible. It does.
A lot of people might tell you that you need to be physically fit or flexible to start yoga, and let me tell you that this is not true. Actually, the opposite is true, that you need to practice yoga for you to be physically fit and for you to be flexible. Because guess what? If you practice yoga, whether you like it or not, flexibility will come, and you will notice flexibility progress on your body.
7. Yoga fixes your posture.
Oh God, I mean, for me, I used to have the worst posture ever, and this is because I used my computer all the time. I had my job, I studied like this, and yoga takes care of that. If you practice yoga every single day for as long as you can, yoga will certainly fix your posture. It will make you able to stand and sit properly, and you will be noticing this with time. It's not going to be instant, but you will definitely notice that your posture got better.
8. Yoga makes you more positive.
For me, being more positive all lies in the fact that yoga helps me set intentions for the day or for the rest of the day. In the beginning of my practice, I can repeat to myself internally or even sometimes externally, today I am the best version of myself. This is something, or maybe today I am protected, or maybe today I am loved, or today I am productive, or I am patient, or I'm smart and I can face anything, or I will let go of any negative thought. Any positive intention that you repeat to yourself throughout your entire yoga practice while focusing on your breath and focusing on your postures will definitely carry on with you from on the mat till off the mat and will project or reflect on the rest of your day. You will just lead a positive day. So you will be more positive if you set an intention or a positive intention in your yoga practice.
9. Yoga helps you lose weight.
Even though yoga is a spiritual and a mental activity, it also has a physical aspect to it and a physical part of it. When you're practicing yoga, you're definitely exerting effort and you're definitely practicing a physical exercise, which means that yoga will help you in losing weight and in burning calories. The more intense and the more physically demanding the type of yoga you're practicing is, the faster and the better you will be losing weight or you will be burning calories. For instance, if you're practicing Ashtanga or power yoga, this type of yoga is more like a workout, so you will definitely lose weight faster than when you are practicing, for example, Hatha yoga or Yin yoga, which are more meditative and their physical postures are less intense. So even though these are my personal reasons to love yoga, they're all still related to the benefits of yoga. And the benefits of yoga are much more than what I've mentioned. If you would like to know more, I have put some resources down in the description box for you to read from them and to know more about the benefits of yoga, and even some of the benefits are scientific. So if you have time, you can pass by the description box and open the links and give it a look.
But what do I need to start yoga now?
Let me just tell you, do not get depressed and overwhelmed by the many tools in the list that I will mention, and do not get depressed if you go online and search the tools that you will need, because you will find lists and lists of tools, and you might think that this is super unaffordable and just leave the idea to later when you have money. But let me tell you that from the things that I will be mentioning, you might only need 2 or 3 things, and that's it. So just like I'm telling you, not everything that I will be mentioning right now you will need. Maybe you only need 2 or 3 things. Let's see. Number 1 is comfortable clothes. You really don't need to go buy clothes for yoga. You might already have the clothes at home. They might really be your pajamas. If they are comfortable enough for you to move freely inside of them and they do not irritate you, then they're good and you can start practicing with them right now. The second thing is a yoga mat, and maybe you don't need it. Maybe you can just practice on your carpet, but I'm just telling you this for the comfort of your own bones and your own body. So this is my yoga mat. You really need to make sure that your yoga mat is thick and soft like this one, and that it's stretchy but not too slippery, so that you would not, just fall when you're trying to perfect a certain posture. So a yoga mat is for your comfort, and it is the number 1 thing that you really need to get. If you want to practice on a carpet, that's fine, but a yoga mat will make a huge difference. Only by this. The third thing you need is a yoga strap. I don't personally use a yoga strap, but you can use it to wrap yourself or wrap your body tightly so that you would get a deeper stretch. And you can easily find it online or in any sports shop, or even in the yoga studio if you're taking a yoga class. The fourth thing that you will need is a blanket, and I don't think you need to go buy a blanket because you probably have a lot at home, so you don't need to spend money on this one. And also they are available at yoga studios if you're taking the yoga class. Let me tell you, a blanket is made for comfort. You can sit on it and you can lie on it in sitting positions or lying positions, so it's made for comfort. The fifth thing is blocks. Blocks are made for support. They offer some support to your hand, and they offer your hands a place higher than the floor or higher than the ground for your hands to rest on. Not everybody needs blocks, to be honest. I never needed them. If you are in a certain posture and you need your hands to reach the ground and you cannot do that physically, you can simply get blocks. Rest your hands on them. They will make the posture easier for you till your hands are flexible enough and your body is flexible enough to allow your hands to reach the ground. And if you do not have blocks and you do not want to buy blocks, you can simply put some books over each other, on top of each other, and rest your hands on them. So it's an extra. The sixth thing you need is a wall, which is free. You don't need to go buy a wall. Everywhere probably has a wall. Just make sure that you're practicing near one, like near a wall, because it is a major support to your body, and at some point you will be needing it to practice more complicated postures and more complicated things like a handstand and so on. So just make sure that your yoga mat is always near a wall. Final thing that you need, and the most important thing in this list, is yoga instructions. And this point is a little bit broad because you can take care of it by only taking a yoga class. This way you got yourself an instructor, and they will be monitoring your own progress, and they will be telling you what you need to do. They'll be giving you all the instructions. But if you are someone practical and you would like to start yoga right now after this video, you will be needing what I'm going to be talking about next. The other method of getting yoga instructions is through yoga videos and basically online yoga classes. This is a more practical way, and the way I recommend you to start doing it right now. You just need to take it easy on yourself and to listen to the instructions, and if you do that, I believe that you will be able to achieve as much as someone at a yoga class will achieve. So there's no difference between you and that person. You have an instructor and they have an instructor. The only difference is that their instructor looks at them and tells them how to pause. But you don't need to. You don't need someone to do that. You just need to listen to the instructions and follow them with your heart and mind. In order to get yoga videos and yoga resources, you don't need to pay a penny. All you need to do is go on YouTube and check, because there are hundreds and hundreds of yoga tutors and instructors offering free of charge yoga lessons, yoga routines, and 30-day yoga challenges. You will be surprised from the amount of free material that you can find online. So you don't really need to book a class. You can literally start right now, right after this video. So because I really want to help you guys, I will be listing down below in the description box all the yoga channels that I like and that I think are very suitable for total beginners. You will find all the yoga instructors, all their channels, all their playlists that I think are suitable for you to start right now. The number one recommendation that I will tell you even before you check the description box, is Yoga with Adriene. She just doesn't only focus on your physical yoga postures, but she teaches you a lot about your breath, a lot about your positivity. She helps you set intentions for the day. She is amazing, and she's the first person that I watched right after I came back from India, and I literally felt no difference. She is perfect. She's good. So guys, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Just start yoga right now. I'm so tired. I made this video in a century and a half because I'm not good at just sitting there and speaking. And I had like 3 cups of tea or something because I keep losing my voice and I keep coughing because I'm allergic. Oh God, start yoga. I really hope this video helped you and motivated you to start yoga right now. You know that we still are in quarantine and we have a lot of time, so yoga is a major habit that if you adopt it right now, it will change your life. And to encourage you guys, next week I will be posting a 10-minute yoga sequence for you to follow. It will be a total beginner yoga sequence. You don't need to be a pro whatsoever. Who is a pro anyway? It'll be easy, it'll be fun. Just stick around and wait for it. So enough talking for today. If you like the video, just give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends. Stick around to watch next week's video. I'm so excited to start working on the yoga sequence for you guys. And I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye!